Hey guys, welcome to my very first tutorial on wreath making. I have found that I absolutely love this wreath, and this is how we get there. All right, we start with a wreath ring. I got these ones at the Dollar Tree and ordered them. 12 pipe cleaners. I'm offsetting them every other color between red and white. I had somebody order a Alabama State football wreath. So I have red and white. I have 4 different ribbons. 2 of them are small 1-inch ribbon and 2 of them are larger. I have 12 of each of them cut out, and these will be my patterns. Red, white, red, white, white, red, white, red. And the ones with the white on top will go into the reds. The one with the red on top will go into the white. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I have this deco mesh that I'm putting in here as more of a filler. So you start with your deco mesh and you're going to pinch all the way along the bottom. It doesn't matter where in your wreath you start. You're gonna pinch along the bottom and you are gonna make this as tight. Let me try that again. You're gonna put this in your pipe cleaner and you're gonna make it as tight as you can. Give it a couple good twists, 2 or 3. Now, I just have this on here as filler. So I have it as long as it needs to be, and I scrunch it again and put it into the next pipe cleaner all the way around. Scrunch it to the next one, and I'm just going to keep scrunching until I'm all the way finished. Once you get to the end, you can just jump to the pipe cleaner in the front row, but because I don't prefer to do that. I'm going to cut it off right here so that if something happens to the ribbon in the front, it's not affecting the ribbon in the back. I don't want to have to undo all of the pipe cleaner if something goes wrong. So I'm going to make this one extra tight because I don't want it to come off. And then I'm going to take my scissors and cut my pipe cleaner as close, or I'm sorry, my deco mesh as close as I can. And our first row is finished. Now moving on to the inside. This one doesn't take as much because they're smaller, they're closer distance to each other. And they just kind of look like a bubble. This is almost a bubble wreath at this point. Scrunch it again. Things kind of get in the way eventually. Some more bubbles. And my last one scoop that one in just a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to cut my deco mesh. All right, and let's go ahead and get started on the ribbon. So like I said, my red, white, red, white. These ones are going to go on my reds. So I'm going to take and I'm going to find the middle, and I'm going to scrunch the middle up as best I can. So these ones are going on my reds. And then you're going to make it as tight as you can. My opposites, white, red, white, red. Again, scrunch up the middle. And I'm putting these ones, the red ended up on the top, so I'm going to put these ones in my white. All right, and keep going. Red, white, red, white. And then white, red, white, and red. And again, just alternate if you want to, you don't have to. These ones I want my white to end up on top. All right, the next one's white, red, white, red. I want my red on top. All right, and keep moving on. Red in here. Now be careful when you buy your ribbon. Make sure you know what you're going to use it for. I had some ribbon, the red, the dark red ribbon, that I just had left over from another project. And I don't love it for this. And here's why. The other 3 sets of ribbon have a metal edge. Both sides have a metal edge. So I can curl it, I can manipulate it, I can move it around. This red ribbon is more like the ribbon you would get on a participation award. It does not have the metal wire in it that works really well to manipulate the ribbon. Now, the bows are going to be beautiful. I'm not worried about the bows in the least bit. But make sure to look for the ribbon that is going to do you the most good. This one, I don't know if I will use it again. Only 3 more to go. White, then red, white, then red. Now you see, I'm not fluffing my ribbons yet. And you can, you absolutely can, but I find that if I fluff them and then put them on, I'm just gonna go back and fluff them again. So I'm not gonna waste my time fluffing them the first time. I will always fluff them after I am finished. And the last one, starting with white. Red, white, and red. Now, once you have all of these on, here's what I do. I am going to fluff my ribbons, and I'm going to go the opposite direction with both colors. With white going in one direction, my red's going the other direction. And make it as big of a bow as you can. And I'm going to do this all the way around. Okay, you're going to make them big and fluffy. And then we'll go back and we'll put in the small little details. Nice. And I also love the mermaid detail on the ends of each of the ribbons. Okay. I love it. Just all the small little details that make each wreath just stand out. Now, it does not have to be perfect. I'm just making them big and bold. None of my wreaths will ever be perfect, and I'm okay with that. I am an imperfect person. If you notice that some of your pipe cleaners are not tight enough, go back and fix them. You do not want your ribbon falling out. All right, it looks like I've already done this. Okay, now I just have a Sharpie, just a highlighter, and I go back through and I curl down all of my pipe cleaners. I'm not going to cut these ones off. You can, but I'm not going to. They match. And then I also curl down my ribbon. Like I was saying, make sure you get the metal ones if that's what you choose. I prefer the metal ones on mine because I like to curl them down. I'm going to make sure all of mine go the right direction. All of them go the same direction. And at this point, your wreath is complete. All you are doing is adding those small little details. All right, I will post up the final product once it's finished. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Happy crafting!